And I immediately lose control and drive us off the cliff. Never stop playing peekaboo. My favorite part about Red Dead is that it doesn't just encourage the murder of people, but animals too. Now that's what I call Bambi. Aiming on the racing wheel's hard, but it's a lot easier when your target can't fight back. Speaking of target, I want to add one more deer to my collection, but after taking 6 shots, I think this one deserves to live. I'm still pretty upset that I didn't get to kill more animals, so I take out my frustration on the dead deer carcass. I hope the gang likes lead with their dinner. As we're riding back to camp, we come across a huge grizzly bear.
Let's see if we can find another way around.
No, I think we should go this way.
What are you doing?
Oh, shit. He left faster than your dad left for the milk. Yeah, okay, this just feels wrong. Dutch wants to go attack a rival gang because, why not? And we follow him like a good boy. We walk down the mountain while Dutch monologues and decide to give a middle finger to the game's progression and find a shortcut down. We somehow survive, and Arthur must have had fun because he does it again. The second time around, we're not so lucky and find out that the sound of Arthur's limp body hitting the snow is enough to alert the guards, leading us to learn why this is the hardest mission so far. I feel like I've done a pretty good job in going to finish him off, but it turns out there's a lot more than I was expecting. Huh. We spawn back in and the game forces us to play the mission correctly. We're supposed to tell Dutch what we're gonna do, but we take the third option and shoot him instead.
Call Arthur.
Damn plot armor. It turns out I haven't learned a thing and immediately run out of cover. I realize my mistake and try to get inside, but Arthur thinks he's a big boy and can make big boy decisions now, so he goes on the fucking roof. Yeah, how'd that work out for you, Arthur? Instead of shooting Dutch, I make a beeline for a vantage point so I can actually complete the mission. Once that's done, we become premature grave robbers and loot the dead bodies. There's nothing like groping a corpse for pocket change. According to the red mark on our radar, there's more enemies incoming. But we're still looting bodies, so I think the gang has it. Shit. Apparently Arthur is the only competent one here, so we have to defeat an entire rival gang on our own. Aiming on the wheel is difficult, so I use the tried and true method of just rushing at the enemy. Rule number 1 of close combat is a man can't hurt you if you're on top of him. But he will hurt you if you shoot his friend at point blank range. Arthur decides to stop his senseless killing and play a game of peekaboo. Never stop playing peekaboo.
Hey, good work, boys.
We're riding back after what feels like a violation of the Geneva Convention and come across an escapee. We're supposed to bring him back alive, but that doesn't mean I can't kill his horse. Whoops. Oh, come on! I'm not one to give up, and I finally successfully shoot his horse. Well, I've shot his horse before, he just died both times, so yeah, this time he doesn't die. Anyways, we tie him up because we're kinky like that and make our way back to camp. And then we're sent immediately out to rob a train because killing 30 people in cold blood just isn't enough.
Here we go.
Shit!
Our explosives fail, so we go for plan B, which is apparently fuck it and jump. Arthur makes the landing, while Javier discovers the in-game fall damage model. Against my will, we help Lenny up, and we take on the entire train of armed guards together. How could that go wrong?
Oh, I'm gonna have fun watching you die.
What is wrong?
Oh, that's how. Despite years of therapy, even I get tired of failure, and I try hard the rest of the mission. Our backup arrives, finally, and we blow open the armored car on the back of the train. Cool guys walk away from explosions. We enter the armored car and claim the loot we came here for. The rest of the gang decides they've had enough and leaves us with the hostages. I'm trying to become a better man, so I tell them they can live and put them in the train car. I shoot the first one while he has his back to me and make sure the other sees the face of his killer before he dies. The last guy seems pretty special, so I tie him up and put him in front of the train. Is anyone else getting Polar Express vibes? We make it back to camp, and the gang decides it's finally time to move down the mountain. And it's honestly a beautiful moment. Get control of a wagon, and as soon as I touch something, the wheel falls off.
Shit!
While we're fixing it, I find out we're being stalked, so that's something. We get back on the road, and I immediately lose control and drive us off the cliff.
The heartlands were going to. Good farming and grazing country, they lost it all. Stole them clean away.
Damn. Even though it turns out I can't steer a wagon despite playing on a racing wheel, we make it to our new camp.
This world has its consolations.
I immediately leave in search of a bar and instantly get harassed by a couple of strangers.
Not a thing happens round here without an O'Driscoll saying so. All right, let's get to it.
Just when Arthur thinks he can finally drink away his problems, we find a few of our gang members with some ladies of the night.
Come over here. I want you to meet our friends.
Except it's probably closer to 10 in the morning. Now, why are we drinking at 10 in the morning? Well, it's never too early to get blackout drunk.
Well, ain't that a nice way to talk to a lady?
Oh, I didn't know I was talking to a lady.
Ooh, sick burn. I still don't know how, but suddenly a bar fight erupts, and I think Arthur does pretty good. Arthur does something I've never had the courage to do and stands up to his bully. Before I get the satisfaction of killing him, some guy steps in and ruins all the fun. We decide to do some local shopping, and by shopping I mean stealing, and by stealing I mean armed robbery.
You rob a doctor, that's a reputation you don't shift.
Oh wow, I guess he was right. After a long day, Arthur just really needs a bath. And I think we should give him his privacy. If you enjoyed, leave a like and praise me in the comments. And subscribe. Please.